everybody. You're welcome back to the Country Chats podcast again with myself, Sandra Ganley. I am a lucky girl tonight, I tell you, because I've not one guest, but I have two guests here in front of me. Just to change things up a bit. It's nice to have a bit of a gang, a bit of a group going on here. So I'm delighted to have the Ennis brothers here in front of me. And for anyone that's tuned in, that's watching on YouTube or the video, Matthew is on the left and Owen is on the right. Now, again, it'll depend what way this video might turn around when you're actually watching it. So he may, in fact, Matthew may be on the left and Owen may be on the right. But anyway, they're both here in front of me. Lads, how are things?
All good, Sandra.
Not too bad. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
No problem. Delighted to have you. And as I just had said before we started recording, we were due to work together. Was it literally like a week before COVID or something like that?
Literally the week of COVID, yeah. I think myself and yourself had spoken on the phone and arranged the whole thing, and we had a date booked in. We were going to go to, what was it, Cowboys and Heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it all booked in, and then COVID struck, and that was stopped in its tracks.
We had some good ideas as well for that video, so we were very disappointed that never went ahead.
So had I tell you, still a few ideas there yet. Well, you never know, it might happen yet. But and that would have been our first time meeting. And sure, look, here we are nearly 14, 15 months later. And we're finally getting to meet virtually. But no, it's great to have you on board. We're not going to fall out over the Mayo Dublin thing. On my side, more so my side. Yeah, it's not often, Jesus, I'd be hanging out with the Doves, I tell you. So this is the real novelty tonight.
No comment there.
Yeah, no comment.
No, we won't start a war now on my side. But anyway, look, it's great to have you on board anyway, having the chats with me here this evening. So look, how are things been? Like, we won't talk too much about COVID and all that fun stuff. We'll keep things positive and upbeat. And you actually have been quite busy. Before every interview, I'd have a scan through the Facebook just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And Jesus, you've been flat out. So Matthew, I suppose, fill us in there. How have things been going so far for you?
Well, the big bold word COVID really stopped us in our tracks after what was, in a weird way, actually, last year was one of our best years, probably. Wouldn't you say?
Well, it started off great. Things
were really kicking off. It seemed like everything had just fell into place, kind of, and it was just starting.
Yeah, we started the year, won Best Newcomer of the Year at the Sunday World Country Music Awards, which we were, it was an amazing evening, probably the best night we've had in our career so far. And then everything just fell off a cliff. But in a weird way, we ended the year on a high, because we ended the year on the Late Late Show Country Special, performed with the Three Amigos and a host of other country music stars as well. So in a weird way, it was actually one of our best years, but just on the gig front, obviously the worst. So it was kind of bittersweet year, really. Obviously, everyone had such a terrible year, but
yeah. And during one of the lockdown, when the lockdowns lifted during the year, we got to do two gigs in the INEC for an in-house gig in the INEC, all done out with social distancing within the actual venue. So we actually done two of our own gigs in there, which was amazing to do as well. So strange year.
And was the INEC gig a tester kind of? I know there's a lot of test events happening at the moment. Was that a test event back then, or was it just it was able to run?
No, I think it was just able to run, but I think they were testing the viability of that format for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't open to the public. Like, no, you couldn't come in, but it was just there was like tables set out. Obviously social distancing, and
they removed all the seating from the downstairs part of the venue, which was a weird vibe as well.
Yeah, it was like cabaret type of style in the actual theater, So
there was an audience, or no?
Yeah,
was. Okay.
Yeah, it was like cabaret style layout in the actual arena, which was cool to play, but.
Yes. Yeah, good to have a gig after so long off, and then we didn't do a thing until the late in December. So, but we've tried to keep busy on social media, doing covers and stay as active as we can, as much as you can remotely and online.
You absolutely have, because even like you've been throwing up a load of covers there, I see, and you were doing lives as well last year. Like, you've kept things going there. There's a lot happening, and even I actually had Shannon Carroll on last week for an interview. So she was saying how she done the duet with yourselves as well. So that was great.
Great.
And I suppose She's great. I haven't met her yet. Well, virtually, but that counts these days. But we were actually even one topic that we actually discussed, which hadn't come up in any other podcast episode, was the difference. I suppose, or I think I had asked her how did she find the country music scene in the east of the country, and she was saying, you know, apart from say the likes of her and yourselves and Ben Troy being from Louth, there's not a whole lot of acts from the east, and it's fairly limited, I suppose. Would you agree with that, or what's your kind of view on that?
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Maybe it's not so much as appreciated as it is elsewhere, and that could be down to the reason why, I suppose. But we're happy to represent the east.
Absolutely, no, and you're doing a great job. And I know, look, there's country music events happening in Dublin. Obviously, I suppose on a larger scale, you have the country to country happening. But then I don't know if you know Patricia Brady, the dance teacher. She does be doing a lot of, but pre-COVID, she would have had like Johnny Brady up and a few, and the Red Cow does be going as well. So it's creeping in slowly but surely. But I suppose with regard to your gigs, would you find that the majority of them are over the west or south, or where do you notice the difference? Or are they all over?
Very rarely gig in Dublin these days.
I suppose it's a good mix across the country. We were only kind of starting to build up the steam of getting out there and getting regular gigs. So the ones we had done would be a good mix of the country,
Yeah, and you'd done a few tours as well. You were lucky enough you'd done a bit of tour with Nathan Carter and Derek Ryan.
Yeah, a good selection there. Yeah, that was a great experience. Both of those tours were just in some of the most beautiful venues across up and down the country. Yeah. So we were very lucky to get that experience.
And was that your first touring experience, or like for a full, like say 10 days or 2 weeks or whatever?
Yeah, the Nathan Carter one was our first one, big gigs, so it was really, really exciting times. It was actually, we got them as part of the Nathan Carter Search for Star competition. We were one of the runners up, so we got to support them on, I think it ended up being four dates or so on that tour. So that was an amazing experience.
Lovely. And were them 4 days in a row, or were they separated out?
The first 3 dates were in a row.
Yeah.
And then there was another one the following month.
Yeah.
But it was just a perfect taste of that kind of touring life. And we definitely caught the bug. That's what we're aspiring to get to ourselves, I suppose. And it was just a great experience, nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But the crowds were so nice and very supportive. So it was a great experience.
Oh, that was absolutely great. Like, what two amazing tours to start out like on. Geez, absolutely brilliant. And did you really get into tour life? Did you really was it, I know I've been on tour before, where did you make the most of it? Are we talking, late nights here and there, and waking up at 10 or 11, no breakfast,
rock and roll. No,
legging it onto a bus, and
no throwing TVs out hotel windows. But no, it's not as
it's not rock and roll the way you see in the movies. It's more so just a lot more laid back. And I think we had one night out with Nathan, but it wasn't too crazy. So you have to be responsible when you're doing back-to-back gigs, look after your voice and that sort of stuff. So can't be going too mad.
No, that's for the future. You sussed it out first, got a feel for it, and now we know what's ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I suppose in an ideal world, when things pick back up, I'm guessing a tour would be in the plans there somewhere. I'm sure you've had plenty of time to make plans, so that's probably something you'd be working towards.
Oh yeah, we've definitely loads of ideas and plans to, once things come back to, any kind of near normal, definitely on the cards. But
yeah, the plan is now to release our own original songs. And like that song that we were getting yourself to work on.
Still in the bag there waiting, is it?
Yeah.
It's on ice.
It's still there. That one we actually co-wrote with Derek Ryan. So we've got that, and we've got some songs we wrote ourselves as well. So we're just going to be releasing those, and hopefully be able to get gigging and get some more tours, more support slots, and then eventually build up to putting our own band together. And that's really the kind of long goal over the next 2-3 years, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. I like that you've had a lot of time to think about it and plan it out and all that kind of thing. So that's absolutely brilliant. And even, like, I suppose I see you on social media or whatever, and you throw up the songs and you'd be listening away to it. But even just there while I was getting ready, I just had you on Spotify, and it's such there's not a two-piece on the Irish country music scene. What you do is different. Yes, you're singing songs that we all know and love and we're familiar, and that kind of thing. But like, it's the harmonies. It brings it up to a totally new level, and it makes it so different. And actually, one question I had for you, I could never understand. How do you manage to sing Louisiana Saturday Night so quick? Is that not impossible? Because I know when I'm humming away, I'm like, Louisiana.
Yeah,
I can't, like, is it really hard?
You kind of have to half pronounce it. You can't obviously give it the full Louisiana. So you kind of have to half say the word. That's the trick.
Yeah, it's kind of mumbled a bit.
Yeah, it is. And it's not that it's you mumbling it, but in general, even when I know, say, Robert Mazel's singing it, it's like, Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, he might pronounce it a bit better than we do.
Yeah.
He is the twang going for him.
He has the twang. He definitely pronounces it better than we do.
Yeah. So we can accept so that it's not mispronunciation. It's, you have to say it that way to fit it in.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? It just, I don't know what made me think, it was on here in the background. I don't know what made me think. I was like, I'm going to ask that now. Is that really hard to say?
That is something we have talked about before. It is.
Yeah. You feel are you coming up to the chorus and you're coming up to it and you're like, Louisiana. It's like, it's built up to it all the time. Pressure's on to pronounce it.
Yeah, if you play live with a band and they're playing it a bit faster than it normally would be for you, that's when you're really like, oh God, you know. So I think I noticed that once before with a live band. It was like faster than we're normally used to it, and I was trying to get the words out.
Yeah, isn't it funny? And I know growing up, I never knew that it was Louisiana, because obviously it was a mouthful. But there you go. But yeah, I suppose, I mean, initially when you started out, obviously you didn't start out and go, we're going to be different and we're going to do harmonies. Like, it was obviously a natural progression. Like, did you start singing together, or did one start and then the other started, or how did it?
We've always kind of sung together, but it wasn't really until we went into secondary school that, you know, the music teacher saw us performing at some charity.
It was Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands, yeah. We just go up and sang together, but the music teacher saw what we were doing and kind of taught us how to harmonize. And he entered us into vocal duet competitions when we were 13 in first year in school, and we won our first competition. So that was kind of like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, so for them, I'm really obviously the Everly brothers were a big influence on us then as well, and they're all about the harmony. So we kind of built ourselves as like an Irish Everly brothers, you know, not exactly their sound, but like, you know, the brother aspect and, you know, the harmony. So yeah, we've ever since then we've been harmonizing everything.
No, that's brilliant. And I'm all for the sibling groups, because I don't know if you know, but myself and my sister are the Ganley sisters when it comes to the dancing side of things. So I think it's nice to have that little sibling name, and it sticks with people, like.
Yeah, you absolutely good comparison there. Like, you guys I think I saw you guys on a show on TG Carr as well.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, we were on one or two there, Real Deal or Jig Gig or one of them ones. Yeah, but like, you know, it sticks with people, the sisters. And the names resonate with people. Like, I'd often get asked, oh, you're one of the Ganley sisters. I'd often get that. You probably get the same, do you?
Yeah, absolutely, all the time.
Yeah, especially when you're twins. You're one of the.
You say both names.
Yeah, are you twins? You are twins.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Jesus, imagine me there. And who's older? You probably always get asked.
I'm older by about 2 minutes.
Yeah, not too bad. And does that show in your performances? Would you know that one is the older one, the boss?
No, I think
he is the boss behind the scene, though, to be fair. I'll give him that, but everyone always assumes I'm older for some reason.
Isn't it funny? I probably would have said the same.
Yeah, see?
But I know when with my sister, people always think she's older, and it drives me soft because there's 6 years between us.
6, wow. Yeah.
Now, yeah, and that does drive me absolutely nuts if they think she's older than me. But anyway, the older we get, the more I will be happy that she looks older than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did we even get into that? Oh no, I think I had said about 10 minutes ago how basically it is nice to have a two-piece like yourselves on the scene, because it's not been done, so it's something new. And I can only assume that once things kick off again, that will shine across again. I know obviously you're on Facebook and you're kept busy, but when you're out in the open again, it should only shine out even more for you.
Yeah, it's a lot better being out meeting people at gigs and meeting everyone. It's much better than online, I think. Much prefer it.
Absolutely. And come here in Dublin, what, like, obviously I know, I'm sure your friends support you and obviously your family do, but do you ever get any stick for this the the genre of music that you're performing or the interest? Like, have you ever came across any kind of like, what are you at, or anything like that?
Not so much negative like that. The odd joke people say, yeehaw or something like that. You know,
call us two cowboys.
Call us two cowboys. You know,
it's all in good fun.
Yes, everyone's supportive, and
like it's not everyone's taste, and we know that obviously, and that's fine. If you're not a country music fan, we won't hold that against you. You know.
Yeah, I think even near Mayo we get slagged sometimes. So it's and you know, we're pure rural down here, so it doesn't matter where you're from, I don't think. Would you believe I got a fright and I thought there was someone behind you there, but it's actually a mirror. I was like, have they got people sitting at a kitchen table listening? And that's what it looked like.
An audience, yeah.
Oh yeah, you've your little home audience there. No, I actually got a fright. I was like, have they actually got people in watching them? I've done interviews before where I could hear like the mothers in the background or like mouthing answers, and I'm like, I so know there's someone there.
We have to look for our cards, our cue cards over the camera there.
Oh, stop over. Say nothing. So I said to you at the start of the interview that we were, and I shouldn't say interview, it's not an interview, it's a chat, that we were going to do our quick fire round, and I do it with every guest. And it always turns out really fun and really funny because I tell you, you're put on the spot. So there's about 10 questions here. So what I'll do is maybe if Owen answers first and then Matthew answers, or the two of you we'll all be all over the shop, okay? Yeah. So so kind of 1 or 2 word answers. I mean, look, if you want to discuss it even further, you can. But look, we'll just see what happens. Okay, so Owen, you're going first. Matthew, you're going second. Right. Okay. So the quick fire round with the Ennis brothers. Who is your favorite American singer?
I would have to say Brad Paisley or Keith Urban. I've seen both. No, see, Keith Urban's not American, but he would fall.
Yeah, technically, yeah, I get. Yeah,
Matthew,
stop trying now. You know, stop trying to correct him. Owen, I agree with you.
But yeah, because I've seen them both live, but Keith Urban just probably takes the winner there. So if I'm going to go for one, I'll go with Keith Urban.
Now, Matthew, one answer.
Lady A.
Oh, well, you're cheating there a little bit, I suppose. More than once.
That's true.
Yeah, see, I know, I'll let you off. Okay, we'll go with that. So, isn't it weird saying Lady A now, though, isn't it?
Lady A, we have a good story about that. They liked one of our cover versions on Twitter recently.
Yeah, made our day. Yeah, the video we done with Shannon, actually. Lady A liked it on Twitter, and absolutely made our day.
We just went crazy when we seen it.
That is so cool. Oh my God, that's amazing. Jesus, well done. Fair play to you. Okay, next one. What is your favorite country song to sing? Or favorite song to sing? Doesn't have to be country. Whatever your favorite song to sing is.
Louisiana Saturday Night.
What's that? Say it again there.
Louisiana Saturday Night.
There we go. That's it. Okay, Matthew.
Favorite song to sing? Good one.
I've taken your favorite, have I?
That is a fun one. No, let me think. Oh God, on the spot. I'd have to say "Wake Up, Little Susie."
Okay.
I like that one. Yeah,
that's a good one. Okay. Do you prefer to sing a fast song or a slow song?
Definitely fast. A bit more excitement.
Same for me.
Stuff. So there doesn't be many rows, so I'm picking songs. Song speeds. Next one. Can you dance?
I don't want to say that I can, but I have taken some lessons. Niall Doherty.
Yes, Niall Doherty, very good. Yeah, you're in the right hands there.
But would I say, can I dance? No, is a short answer. Do I like to think that I can? Yes.
You're on the road. You're getting there.
I'm a student.
Yes.
So I'm kind of a similar answer to him. I haven't done lessons like that, but I had Jared Butler's DVD that he gave me there about 2 years ago. Okay. So I had a look at that and practiced a little bit, but I still have to brush up my skills.
We need some practice.
We definitely need practice.
Yeah, no, but you're in two good hands. They were two very good dance teachers. I actually have both of them lined up for interviews, so there you go. Okay, next, who is your favorite Irish singer or band?
I'd say Derek Ryan. You know, having worked with him closely, even writing the song with him, just so much respect for everything he has achieved and his songs.
Yeah, I'll have to rob his answer. That's exactly the same for me.
Very good.
Taking my answers.
Yeah, and he's pulling you up on how many you can say. Yeah, he's the bossy one, I tell you.
I think we should make a new rule. We need a new rule. He can't give the same answer that I've given.
Well, then you
No.
can give all the answers. Then.
I'll be starting a sibling fight here. Do you prefer to sing at a concert or a dance?
Concert.
I'll have to say dancing if he's having my answer.
Is it just because no, go on, tell me why would you pick, why did you pick that one?
People can pay more attention at concerts, and you can kind of do things that you maybe can't do at a dance.
It's more intimate as well, really. You know.
Yeah. The only thing is at a dance though, no one will notice your mumbly Louisiana.
Yeah. You've nowhere to hide though. Yeah, that's a good point. You've nowhere to hide at a concert, so it has to be on point.
They're both great. Let's give it politically correct.
Yes, very good. Good idea. What is your favorite venue to gig in, or your best venue so far?
Yeah, the INEC Arena. We've the gigs last year, but we've also played it with Derek Ryan when it was fully seated. At both times, or the 3 times. Amazing.
Yeah, I would second that, but also the Cork Opera House was amazing. That was an incredible venue.
Yeah.
So I'll go Cork Opera House.
I've never been to Cork Opera House. I've done INEC loads of times. All right. Who are your biggest fans?
Our mother would be our biggest fan.
Yeah, then our
grandparents. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
They go
you could sing ABC out of tune, backwards, anyway, and they'd still say it's the best song we've ever done.
Well, that could be good or bad.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Even when we know something is bad, our mother will be, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
My mother would be the opposite. My mother would be like, that was cat. That was awful. Isn't that funny?
Sometimes that's better than.
Yeah. What about if one of you play for the other one?
We'd be
very
like, that's crap.
We're very honest. We're not in a negative way. We'd have to be constructive, but
yes,
yeah, definitely we'd tell each other, no, that's not good.
No, not good. I said to be stronger words than that.
Stronger words. That's not good.
That's not good. Sounds.
Not
You're so nice to each other. That's not good. One. Next one. What instruments do you play?
I play the guitar. I'm kind of over lockdown. I've even been taking lessons online to try and improve my electric guitar because I want to step away from just doing acoustic. So I've been doing lessons with a guy called Declan O'Hare, one of the best country guitar players in Ireland. So I'll say acoustic and electric guitar.
Yeah, acoustic guitar for me. I'm not as good as him now, but acoustic guitar.
No, you're not too bad now.
And you both play, obviously. You both play together, or does one sometimes play over the other, or?
Yeah, we'll play together. Yeah, but we're moving forward with the time we've taken over the last year. We've spent trying to improve the act. So hopefully, I'd like to step onto the electric and have him as the acoustic further down the line.
So he'll be like the country head, and you'll be like the rocker.
Well,
no,
the distortion on the gain of the amp won't be high, so it won't.
No, we'll have one in like a checkered shirt and one in a leather jacket.
Not quite
hair spike mohawk going on.
Yeah.
Have you got a favorite radio station?
No, well, I think it would be unfair to say that we have a favorite. It'd be like our parents trying to pick a favorite between us. But we obviously track all of our radio airplay, so we're not going to pick. We can't pick a favorite. That would be unfair. We love them all. We love them all.
You're very political, I tell you. Look at this for neutral. Fair 50. Okay, 2 more to go. What is your favorite song to sing? Is that the same as what's your favorite country song?
Yeah, I suppose it would. No, actually, no.
I thought that was the last question. I answered that as the last. Okay.
Song. Yeah, that'd be my favorite song.
Okay, sing. Well, what's your favorite song to listen to? So, in any genre or any. Or even if you were out on a night out or something and a song came on, you'd be like, yes, that's, or the wedding, or is there anything that's not country? Right, if you had to pick a non-country song.
Oh, well, I have a bit of a guilty pleasure in Dua Lipa. So anything by Dua Lipa is my guilty pleasure.
Okay, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Right, Owen?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a few playlists on Spotify that, that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
Bit of Westlife or something.
You can't beat a bit of Westlife.
One of our own, top tune.
Can't beat a bit of Westlife. But no, I listen to a good mix of things. but no, I can't. I can't choose.
Dua Lipa as well.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Okay, and last one, tell us something we might not know about you, or a secret hobby, or something that we wouldn't have known by your Instagram or your Facebooks or anything like that.
I've studied music production. I don't know. That's not on the end.
Didn't know that. Where did you study that? Dublin.
In Dublin, Sound Training College. So
Very
I'm
good.
actually producing up our next single, the first one that I'll have produced with remote recordings. So that's coming out soon.
That is cool.
The first one that I'll have produced for us.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sounding good. Fair play to him.
You have to say that.
No, but you've done a good job. I suppose
he's only saying that because he's on camera and everyone's listening to him.
Yeah, you should hear what he says when the
yeah.
No, that's not you. I suppose something, but don't know about me. Well, actually, this would probably also apply to Owen. We both play football, soccer, and we both come out of retirement there over the last few weeks. We stopped playing when we were like 18 or 19, and we come back out of retirement for a local team here in Dublin. So I'm a goalkeeper. That's
very good. What's your local club? What part of Dublin are you from?
A place called Ringsend.
Is that south or north or?
It's south, just across the Liffey from the Tree Arena,
and near enough to the Aviva Stadium as well.
Very good. And so Ringsend is your local team, is it?
Liffey's is the
Liffey Wanderers. Yeah, they're from Pierce Street.
Very good. So you're a goalkeeper, and how about you, Owen?
I play in the wings or up front.
Very good. Okay, I know all about the goalkeeper side of things because my fella's a goalkeeper, and I'm all about washing gloves and spray and tape and it's hard work though. It is hard work.
As well, is it?
Yeah, Owen, you've an easy job. It's hard to be a goalkeeper. I sympathise with you, Matthew.
It is.
Look, I don't disagree because if a goalkeeper makes a mistake, it's going to result in a goal probably going in. Whereas if a forward makes a mistake, the ball's up the other end, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to disagree there.
It's a tough life being a goalkeeper, but yeah, no, we're really enjoying that. It's been great to get out and be part of a team again, and we're looking forward to getting our first match in sometime soon when the restrictions lift.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there we go now. That's definitely things we didn't know. And I'm going to throw one in now. Tell us something about the other.
Ooh,
or something now that tell us something that funny, embarrassing, something you'll get away with.
I don't think either of us would willingly give an answer to that.
Too much. There's too much.
No, I don't think we have. To be fair, I don't think we have anything.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about your brother? He looks good. He looks
damn good.
He looks like me.
I know we're kind of we're best friends, so there's where we do most things together. And
yeah, I suppose so. My favorite thing about him is having him. Really, we've always had someone to play football with when we were kids. We always had someone to play with. So my favorite thing would be having him there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And Matthew's staying very quiet there.
Yeah.
Is this not reciprocated? No.
Well, it's reciprocated. Yeah. I second his answer.
There's been a lot of that tonight. Jeez, I don't know, Matthew.
See, friends with everything, most things being the same, or the same type of everything. The answers are going to be the same,
Similar, not the same, not exactly the same.
Well, similar.
Were you tempted to come on dressed the same, or?
No, we made
How many years has it been since you've done that?
About 15.
Well, we still do it on stage, but
actually, yeah,
we do. When we're not on stage, we have to make sure we're not wearing anything that looks similar because we don't want to be like the two twins. Like your mammy dresses you the same.
Yeah. So we haven't dressed the same since our mammy stopped dressing us.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. Not fired. That's fired.
So you do dress the same on stage.
Yeah.
On stage.
And is there a slight difference, or is it identical?
We might go for the same shirt, different color.
Sometimes.
Or colors tying in together because it is an act. We have to come across as one.
Yeah.
But when we're off stage, going to shops, if we're going together, it's probably best we don't try and draw attention.
Yeah, realistically, you would never see twins in their 20s or 30s walking down the street dressed the same, would you?
Yeah. So it's not a good look.
No, you're opening up yourselves there to just a minefield. Yeah. I know myself and my sister to dress the same, but with me being an Irish dancer, I'll wear a full dress, And then because she's a Shannon dancer, she'll wear a top the same. And people are always like, why is she wearing a top? Why is she wearing a dress? Even though they're the same. But no, we just try like that, tie it in, and we are one, so make it as one.
Never dress the exact same on stage, would you?
Literally the same. What happens is Mum will buy 2 dresses and she'll cut one into a top. Yeah, that's literally what happens. Yeah. Now I'm saying that's a long time since we were on stage, but anyway, there we go. That's the quick fire round done.
Oh,
There's
there we
some
go.
tough questions at the end there now. But
I threw you a little bit.
I
I think Matthew, you got thrown more because you were like, oh sugar, there's my answer gone.
Yeah. And we have the twin telepathy thing going on as well, so he's stealing my answers as well.
Yeah. But no, fair play to you there. That was good. And you know what? It's interesting to find out things like that, because like I didn't know you'd done music production. So there you go. Like, so that's a great help. And do you think you would have done that anyway, or did you do it to think, oh, in the future I can do our own work for us?
Yeah, it's something that I've always kind of had an interest in. I like trying things different, like 20 different ways if I want. I like being able to control air sound essentially, and try new things with it. And it's much easier to do that if you're actually the one doing it. So it's something I've always had an interest in, and one of the best things I've ever done. I definitely don't regret it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. One of the elements I didn't quite like was I had to also study electronic music production as part of the course, which obviously isn't my bag really. But I got through it, and maybe I'll throw in some electronic parts into future productions. And
you never know.
I'm delighted that I did it then, but overall I really enjoyed it.
Imagine a bit of line dancing to electro country song. Oh, can you imagine? But I suppose there's so many more pros for, like, obviously you're not relying on someone else, you're not waiting, you're not over and back emails and listening, and you're saving money. And I mean, there's so many other pros to it. And did you go out of secondary school? Did you go straight into the music, or is that what you've done? Oh, and you went to college then, or how?
No, I only done it a couple of years ago. We didn't go straight into college. We just went straight to work, really. But it was just something I've done after, and I think you appreciate something more when you're doing it yourself, as opposed to straight fresh out of school. You don't particularly know exactly maybe what you want to do. So I gave it my all then, because it was my choice then.
Very good. And was that 2, 3 years, 4 years?
It was 2 years.
Okay. Yeah.
2016, I think I started.
Very good. No, that's so handy. So you said obviously you're producing your newest single. Look, you might be able to give me dates or anything yet. This interview won't be out for a few weeks after we record it. We're recording this interview. What day is it? It is the 25th of May, Tuesday, the 25th of May. So we're recording it in May. So you might be able to tell us, or you might want to tell us roughly what's the plan, or how can we expect some new music?
Yeah, roughly, I'd say end of June, start of July, all things going well. It's pretty much finished, just going to the mastering stage now.
It's called New Good Old Times.
New Good Old Times. Good. Actually, I think did we say we were going to try and time this with the release of it? I think we had said something like that.
Yeah, but that would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So guys, you can go and check out. If it's not out this week, it's out next week. The Ennis Brothers' new song. What is it again? Good Old.
New good old times.
New Good Old Times.
Well, basically about the idea of, you don't know in the moment that you're creating a good old time that you look back on and refer to as a good old time.
In that moment, you're just enjoying it, you're living it right now, but that will eventually go on to become a new good old time that you will look back on. So that's a good old time.
So we'll look back at this in a year and it'll be a new good old time.
It'll be a good old time.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, look guys, for the listeners that are tuned in, their new single should be out this week or next week. So you can go and check it out. And obviously you're on social media, you have your Facebook, your Instagram, YouTube, your website, and you've been heavy on the social media for definite. There's any amount of songs up there, covers, and I know your duet with Shannon Carroll as well that people can go and check out. So like there's lots of content there for people to be listening away, and then we can eagerly await the new single as well.
Yeah. And then the one after that, you'll hopefully be helping us out with the Goodbye Dawn.
Imagine how long later, Jesus, we'll be 50 or 60 and we'll be finally getting this video done. Well, look, as I just say, I'm always here. I absolutely love doing music videos. And you know what? for like people don't realize how hard work they are and their long days. Like they're fun, but they're tiring work. It's not all glitz and glam. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like I don't there myself on Sunday actually, and like oh, we were there the full day, but it's not it's just the enjoyment of it and it's the process.
Yeah. No, take after take can get really annoying, but it has to be done.
That's it. But
you know, it's all worth it in the end.
yeah, no,
Like that's
absolutely.
Shannon Carroll in one of her videos for Louisiana Saturday Night.
What? Sorry, what song was that?
I
You actually said it very clearly there.
actually saw I'm done it the mumble version there.
What, did you really?
Louisiana Saturday Night.
The only way the brain hears what they want to hear, you know.
Yeah.
It fills in the blanks. Your brain fills in the blanks.
But no,
I
that
will
one,
never listen to that song the same way now after this massive discussion on it.
none of the listeners will either now. But that music video was beautiful. We done it in Farmhouse in Longford, and Shannon Carroll was a part of that. Actually, you can see me jiving with Shannon in that video if you want to judge.
Oh, I'll go and see what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Neil
kind,
Paul.
Neil Paul.
Yeah, I'll be like, very good. I won't say anything else. No, I might have a little sneak peek and see. Was this before or after you got lessons?
After.
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be good. So,
but no, it was a great music video. I think, especially with the sunset on the lake there. It was
lovely drone footage as well.
It was a long day, but the final result was worth it.
Yeah, and you don't even remember the long day when the final cut is made. Like it's like a distant memory. But yeah. So look, there's lots coming up for you. As you said, you've all your original songs coming up. You're going to have music videos. Please God, there'll be a tour in the future. And look, it's a continuation of the how on the high we're on when COVID struck. You're just continuing that on now. So I can't wait to see what happens for you, and I'm sure the listeners can't either. So Matthew and Owen, thank you so much for coming on to the Country Chats podcast. It's been great to chat to you and finally meet you, even though we had chatted months ago, but it's great to finally meet you properly and have the chats. And just a big thank you for coming on. And one last thing, Mayo for Sam 2021. And no, you can't comment anymore. That's the end of the interview. So sorry, we can't take any more comments from you.
No, thanks very much for having us. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was lovely to meet you. Why do you think I have my red lipstick on? You know, I should have worn my Mayo jersey just for that. But anyway, look, lads, again, thank you so much for coming on, and to all our listeners, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the podcast. Series 3 is going really well so far. Getting chapter 4. It's not a book. Getting series 4 ready. Ready for you. All the guests are lined up. So look, we'll keep having you every week. It's great to have you. Mind yourselves, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Slán.